Hey lovelies, Caroline here from carolineland.com. So I just got off a client call and a lot of the call was focused around a discussion about content creation. And in it we discussed some common issues with content creation that I think a lot of people struggle with. And I just wanted to share a concept that I got from Gary Vaynerchuck that has completely revolutionized the way I do content. And in creating this video, I'm living exactly what I learned. So what's the lesson? The concept is document, don't create. So content creation can feel really overwhelming in this world of information overload where people are building businesses online and creating content at what feels like a prolific rate. It can sometimes feel so overwhelming to us and so kind of like I can't even begin to keep up, so why even bother, that we go to that place of why even bother. Or maybe we're in a place of, gosh, I should be creating regular articles for my blog, or I should be sending regular emails to my people. But all of those shoulds just feel so heavy and just heavy and constricting. So we don't do it. So this idea of document, don't create has been revolutionary for me, and I really want to share it. And I'll share a link to the original article that I read from Gary Vaynerchuck in with this video, so that you can get what I got when I read the article, hopefully. But the idea is, rather than sit down and try to create the perfect piece week on week, or day by day, if you're trying to create posts and regular posts or daily posts on social media, is this idea of documenting your journey. So for example, exactly what I'm doing today with this video, I could have got off this client call and thought to myself, oh yeah, it would be great to write an article about content creation and sit down and, I'll do that. I'll put that in my ideas list and I'll get to it one day and I'll sit and write down, write out the perfect 1,000 word piece on content creation and this idea of documenting, don't creating. Or I could, actually do the whole point of document, don't create and just pull out my I use Photo Booth on my laptop, or if you have an iPhone or a smartphone, you can do it either way, and create a video in the moment where you just talk off the cuff and share something that you know about because it's something that's just come up in your life already. It's something that you're dealing with, and document the learning that you have that would be beneficial to your audience or customers. So some of the things that we discussed on this call is things like, maybe you run workshops for your people. Maybe you are doing, networking events or anything like this where you're doing things on a daily basis or weekly basis or a monthly basis for your clients. And you could be sharing them online. You could be sharing more about them. So other ideas, this is something that my partner used to do. He used to do live workshops a lot when we lived in Valencia, is he would have, someone, often me in the audience, take a 5-minute Facebook Live of him teaching at the front of a class or a workshop, or just before taking a picture with a line saying just about to start this workshop on whatever the topic is, and maybe even share a quick tip of something that you're going to share. So it's this idea of stop sitting, stop feeling like you have to sit down and create the perfect piece for your blog or for your Facebook page or whatever it is, wherever you're trying to create content, and just some of my favorite people, and Tad Hargrave of Marketing for Hippies is great at this, and he's really inspired me to make these 3 or 4 5-minute videos with a useful idea, because he does it all the time, and he's walking in the street and he just whips out his phone and he records something that is meaningful and helpful to his audience, and I imagine he shares them on his Facebook. I usually get to know about them because he sends them via emails. And again, that's the great thing. It doesn't have to be video. It can be a post. It can be a 2-minute post where we just share it in a Facebook post, or we write a short blog article. Again, there's all of this stuff out there about how content should be, how, that blog posts should be at least 800 words, or, you want to be averaging about 1,000 words. And then there's someone like Seth Godin, who is like a marketing guru who writes super short blog posts and has become, an absolute sensation because of those blog posts. So don't feel like, it has to be presented in a certain way. I found absolute liberation from doing these short videos and just kind of getting over myself and not, worrying about editing and not worrying if I say or if I, move around a bit in terms of what I'm saying. So that's it. I think that's all I wanted to share with you. It's just this idea of don't feel like you have to create the perfect piece. Don't feel like your content creation has to be something that you create from scratch. Look at your life. Look at what you're already doing in your business. Look at the things that you're already sharing, and don't be afraid to share everything you know. Often we try and hide and hold back our best expertise for the people who pay us. Don't do that. That's another tip for another video, probably. So document, don't create. Like I said, I'll share a link to the article. I highly recommend it. It's a much easier and less labor-intensive way to reach your audience, connect with your audience, and start to build that trust and credibility that you need with your audience before they're going to start to buy your products and services. That's it for today, my lovelies. Thank you.